Hey everyone, welcome back to Hi, my name is Brie. So I'm in the heart of New York City, a place where, let's say, nature breathes, the birds sing, and concrete fades away. That's right, I'm in Central Park, and I'm excited today to talk to you about the importance of parks, the joy they bring, the healing, the connection. But I have a special guest with me who's gonna walk Central Park with me. She's going to, just give a little advice on why we need to protect these parks, not only, for the climate and the planet, but for all of us and generations to come. Okay, my special guest, you've seen her on two top Nickelodeon shows, All That and That Girl Lele. You've also heard her voice on Monster High, and she is also on the hit Broadway show, Stranger Things. Let's walk and meet my special guest, Gabrielle Nevaeh. Gabrielle, I'm so excited because here we are in Central Park, and this channel I started because one, I wanted to bring awareness to a lot of people, and two, I also feel like, I was like, sometimes I feel like when people try to give environmental advice, or there's us group out there like wanting to save the planet, we're almost like the villains.
Almost.
Yeah. And I don't know how that's happened, but I thought if my channel can bring on people who are fighting the same fight, and we come from all these different walks of life, I'm like, I just wanted to give a platform to that. Yeah. And my channel's doing really good. Thank you all. So I'm so excited to have you on, and I think I would love to just really get deep into the importance of, obviously Central Park, but all urban parks, and why we need to protect them. The importance not only for climate, but for generations to come when we talk about, mental illness, and we talk about people losing connections due to like all these social media, all these apps. Yeah. We don't feel connected anymore, but how these parks connect us, they heal us, completely. The joy it brings. So I thought it'd be fun to just like walk.
Yes, and
experience the park. And I have to ask, when do you remember like the moment, or do you have a story of when you just felt connected not only to nature, but also that you wanted to be part of like the movement of protecting it?
Yeah, so first and foremost, thanks for having me on.
Oh my gosh.
That's very exciting. So Central Park, just to speak on the importance of the park.
Yeah.
New York is one of the biggest cities in our country. And we're right in the heart of Central Park, but if we're on the outskirts, you can literally see the city, you can hear the city, you can feel the vibe. So just having the yin and the yang of being within the nature but also being surrounded by the city is a perfect example of why we need the earth, because you walk into the park and you feel like you're not in New York City anymore once you get into the heart. But you look around and you're reminded, oh wait, I see the skyscrapers, I see the taxi cabs, I can feel the vibrancy of New York City. And for me specifically, I'm on Broadway right now. I'm in Stranger Things, The First Shadow. And I remember when I moved here initially, the show was so heavy. Yeah. And it was so much going on. And I just felt like I needed kind of a break and escape from the storytelling. So I came to Central Park, and it was around the time that the cherry blossoms were blooming.
Oh my gosh.
And it was the most beautiful thing that I had ever seen. And that was it's goosebumps, yes. It was my first time really having an in-depth connection with Central Park, because I felt my own mental health lift. I've never struggled with mental health. I've been very blessed and grateful in that way. But I could totally feel a shift within my own psyche and my own mental of being just around trees, being around the birds. There's hundreds of bird species here that use this as kind of a migration rest stop. So through all seasons of life, all seasons of the year, you get to see all kinds of different species of mammals and birds. And this is really the only place within the urban jungle that you get to be surrounded by what connects us all, which is nature. Yeah.
Which I love so much. And that's so beautifully said. And I have to say, you're 20 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
It is so inspiring. I look at your generation and I feel like you guys get it. And I'm 41.
Okay.
So I'm like, I've gone through a lot of decades and seen different generations where I felt like they didn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is and how, like, I don't know if it's because you guys were born into where like maybe you started to hear about the climate crisis and climate change, but it's really inspiring at your age
wonderful.
that like this kind of stuff is like, you already see the meaning of it, the purpose.
I think social media has a really big hand in that, because with TikTok and Instagram, issues are more in our face. They're in at our fingertips, in the palm of our hand. So I think that breeds a certain amount of awareness for my generation to be like, oh wait, this is happening in Antarctica, or this is happening with the sustainable fashion, fast fashion crisis. I think that we inherently, social media can be great. Of course, it can also have the downside, but for the environmental practices, I've found it as a great tool for education, because I'm still a baby in my environmental journey. I'm still learning. But I think that's the great part about activism, especially in Gen Z, is starting where you are and then educating yourself. And social media has been a great tool for that. The general internet has been a great tool for that. So yeah, I think when it comes to inspiration, I really think that's where it's bred from, is from the digital presence and the online presence. Of course, paying attention to the content that you're consuming is vital. With our Environmental Media Association, they really do filter through what's real and what's not. But yeah, I think that's where my personal journey started, was through social media.
Yeah, that's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like, for me, it's so strange, because I remember when social media came around, I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I will never forget, I'm at WWE, and they have this big meeting. They're like, okay, so there's this thing called Twitter.
Okay.
That's gonna be happening.
Yeah.
And they want you to kind of just post, like, day in your life, like what you're eating.
There you go.
And I just remember sitting there thinking, and I had my flip phone, and I'm like, what? Like, pick like a photo of what I'm eating.
Yeah, it's all
like,
new.
You
It's
know?
all new.
And I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
But it's incredible to see how far it's come. And, you know, it's funny because my husband, huge environmentalist, but hates social media.
Yeah.
And he and I will, like, sometimes I'm just like, you have, like, because, you know, he's a big name in pro wrestling. And I'm like, you have these platforms and you don't use them. And he's like, he's just such an old hippie mentality. And, like, it kills me because I'm like, you could be doing like so much more.
Yeah, it's a lot. It can be a lot to intake, but it's like a superpower, right?
It is.
Use it for good or evil.
Actually, that's so true.
Yeah.
We use it for good.
We use it for good.
Even though sometimes people think we're using it for evil.
No, always good.
But always good. Well, I have to say, so here we are in Central Park. If you could put an event together to bring like awareness of protecting these parks and just like the importance of it, like what type of like event would you put together here?
Ooh, specifically at Central Park, I think that I would pick Sheep's Meadow, which is a ginormous lawn that New Yorkers like to come to. And I would put together some sort of event that had games and something interactive specifically for young kids, because I find when you start young, you grow up and you remember, hey, I went to that event when I was a kid and this is what I learned, or this is what I did and I had fun. As long as the event is fun, I find that people really intake information.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think that Sheep's Meadow and doing something like a field day, and get some adults involved. You know,
yes.
I'm 20. I like a good park swing.
I like love it because my kids, they love the swings, and I'm like, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah.
And they'll always try to push me off. I'm like, can mommy swing? I don't want to always be the pusher.
But I think tapping into that childlike nature and bringing people back to what they remember as kids, connecting with nature and connecting with that innocence of, look, I want to climb the tree, or I want to skip rocks across the pond. That's something that I would do. Oh, there's the pickleball court
that.
we were talking about.
Yes. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
So I lived in New York in my 20s for 2 years. None of this existed.
Oh, wow.
It's so crazy, but look how many courts.
Yes. So you have the nature, and then you have some urban elements sprinkled throughout the park, just to be the hand in hand, because that's New York City.
Right, which is so incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, like, this is so funny. One thing I learned about pickleball is like such a great community. Like, I could go right now and people like will just invite you in to play a game.
Yeah.
And then they're kind. Like, if you're not good, like, they don't make you feel bad.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, they like are helpful. I was like, okay, I like this. Like, it's been really fun, but See, this morning I was blown away how many courts.
Yeah, wow.
That shows you that
Tons.
pickleball is like it's the
Pickleball's
thing.
a thing, yeah.
Man.
Wow.
So, you TV film actress, voiceover for Monster High. I mean, you've been on the 2 hit shows with Nickelodeon, and then now you're on the hit Broadway show, Stranger Things. You play these different roles so great.
Thank you.
What do you do to separate yourself from being TV actress to then, on stage Broadway? Like, do you have anything that you do?
Well, so I think it all goes hand in hand. I think that acting is acting. When I moved to New York to be on Broadway, I had so much anxiety of, oh my gosh, I'm a film and TV actress.
Yeah.
I'm a total scrub. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. But when I began working with Stranger Things, it's such a unique property because it is of the TV and film world, and we're doing it on stage.
Yeah.
So for me, talking with our creatives, Stephen Daldry, Justin Martin, and Kate Treefry, one of the things that drew them to me as an actress was that I had the film and TV background, and that it would have a different aesthetic on Broadway and in the theater realm. But to kind of prepare myself, I'm really big on education. I'm such a acting nerd. Like, I love reading all the books and I love taking as many classes as possible. But I studied at the Lee Strasberg Institute in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it was the most incredible, life-changing experience because I was surrounded by artists and I was surrounded by a community who truly valued the artist pathway and the artist journey. So that was something that I took by the head and used as kind of a compass for creating Patty Newby, who's the character that I play.
That's amazing.
The First Shadow. But yeah, I think that I'm very blessed to have such a multifaceted career through the voiceover, through the 2 shows on Nickelodeon and now on Broadway. I think that it all builds.
Right.
And on stage I use every aspect of things that I learned on Nickelodeon, things that I learned in the voiceover booth, because you've got people in the back of the mezzanine who can really just hear your voice. They can't see your performance. So using that to build a multi-layer tiramisu of a character on stage has been great.
Do you get nervous because, like, TV film, if you forget a line, it's like, okay, take 2.
Yeah.
On Broadway, you forget a line. Did you get nervous with that?
So they call it the white room.
Okay.
So it's like where your brain just like forgets everything.
Oh my God.
What your name is, forgets where you are. I've never gone to the white room. I'm very happy about that. But I've been on stage where other people have gone there, and I've had to kind of like clean up and just do like course correction. But it's exciting. It's live theater. It's new every night, and I think that's why I fell in love with it. It's because with TV and film, you do have that safety net. Yeah. But here it's like you're just on the ice, and if the ice starts cracking, you guys have to like help each other out and pull each other into the boat. Well,
and for me, like, okay, because wrestling, right, is kind of the same. It's like live television, stuff can go wrong, so you got to think on your toes. So every night when you go out, do you get that adrenaline rush? Does it every night feel like a little scary, a little like you're like, oh man, here we go?
I get the adrenaline rush because Stranger Things is a sci-fi horror show.
Yeah.
And we do have the television audience that loves Stranger Things, the TV show. So when something scary happens on stage or something massive happens on stage, we get the oohs and the ahs and people screaming. There's a scene that I love in Act 1 that takes place in the bathroom with my character, Patty, and my co-star, who plays Henry. It starts off very slow, and you think it's a cute moment between the two of them, and the audience always starts off laughing. And by the end of that scene, they're screaming because it like takes such a fast turn, and you just don't expect those things within the show. So those moments totally give me the adrenaline rush. But pre-show, I love to have a normal day. Yes. You know what I mean? I don't get the jitters anymore, which is great.
That's good feeling.
Only time I get nervous is if I feel like my body isn't where it needs to be. Like, because I totally lean back on, which I'm sure you do for wrestling as well. Yeah. Lean back on the training, the physicality, like just my body in general as kind of a boat, and I ride it. But in the mornings, if I feel that the boat might have a hole in it, or
Yeah.
it might be a little lopsided, that's when I get a little nervous, because it's
Yep.
like, oh God, how do I course correct in the moment?
See, that's like wrestling.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you literally could find yourself to the wrestling
Oh
ring
my
one
gosh,
day.
then you can find yourself on Broadway.
Hey, you know what? We always say with wrestling, it's like a Broadway with body slams.
I mean,
So,
honestly, yeah.
when you think about
There
it.
you go.
But yeah, I love that. Well, I mean, if
Very
you
cool.
were a pro wrestler, what do you think your walkout song would be and your name?
Oh my gosh, my walkout song?
Yeah. The crowd's like, she's here.
Hey, okay. I would do Tequila by the Champs.
Oh, there you go.
That's just me.
Dun, 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 dun. And
And
the
then-
crowd would like get really into that.
Yeah, I mean, they would definitely know who would be coming out.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then, what, like a wrestler name?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Gab the Destroyer. Why
There
not?
you
I've got
go.
big muscles.
You
I'm
better watch
scary.
out for
Yeah.
her.
Tequila.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
actually amazing.
There you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, who inspired you growing up? I mean, I know both your parents
Yes, yeah.
are actors, but was there anyone that kind of inspired you to take the road into Hollywood?
So, you know what's funny? My parents are not actors.
Wait, they're not?
They are not. No, my
Okay,
mom.
Google, you're wrong. Why does Google say that?
I don't know. Google says a lot of things about me, and I'm like, sure, I can do that.
Wait,
But
that's crazy.
So what's awesome is that neither one of my parents were in entertainment,
Oh my God.
and what ended up happening was, just to go down this road, I went to a performing arts school in middle school.
Yeah.
And I
In
fell
Los
love
Angeles?
in Florida.
Wow.
Yes. So I was born in Florida.
Okay.
And I kind of like moved around a lot, grew up all over the state. In middle school, I went to a performing arts school, and I got bit by the acting bug. And my parents said, okay, well, we'll take you out to LA for like 6 months and see what happens, but then we're coming back home.
Yeah.
So just out of pure faith, we packed up 6 suitcases. 5 of them were mine. We moved to a studio apartment in LA. My parents knew nothing about the business. It was just the 3 of us and our dog in a studio apartment, hoping, wishing, praying. I was taking acting lessons every week, coaching on every single audition.
Wow.
And then I started working with Nick, like at the end of that 6 months within the same year. So that's kind of how my journey started in a
That
nutshell.
is wild.
Yeah, my parents just like, they felt, we're a very spiritual family. They felt that God was pushing us in this direction, and
Oh, that's
that this
beautiful.
was where I was meant to be. Yeah.
And look at.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you guys were right.
Now I'm in Central Park with you, so
Yes.
here we go.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite skit that you did for all that?
On all that. Oh, way back. They had me dress up like a giant piece of steak once, and I
Oh
was
my
Cardi
gosh.
Beef.
That's really good.
So yeah, I did a Cardi B impression, and they were like, you know what, this would be funny. And I was dressed up like a giant piece of steak. I had like a gold chain, and I was dancing on top of a table, like a massive dinner table. So that's definitely a standout. I did a Beyonce impression when I was
oh
a
my
kid.
gosh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, lots of things. Lots and lots of things.
Cardi B's actually hosting SummerSlam this weekend.
Okay.
And so, tomorrow I might have to kind of, if I see her in the hallways, be like, yo, Cardi Beef.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Show her a clip. That'd be crazy.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
I love it.
Yeah,
So you've been here in New York 8 months. 8
Yes.
months, right?
Yeah, 8 months.
And do you see yourself as like East Coaster or West Coaster?
Oh no!
Oh, I'm putting you on
well,
okay, I'll tell you this.
okay.
I see myself as a West Coaster.
West
love,
Coaster?
Love the East Coast. Everything, but I'm definitely more West.
Yeah, I think LA is definitely home.
Yeah.
I grew up in Florida, so I would say I'm bi-coastal. Like
Yeah.
I can't pick one or the
Okay,
other.
what about Florida? Do you see yourself ever going back to Florida?
No.
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 Just
I
like
mean,
to
that's
visit.
where family lives. So
Yeah.
like Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, but I'm definitely, I'd say if I had to pick Florida or LA, LA.
LA.
1,000,000%. Yeah, I'm falling slowly in love with New York City, but I just love the mountains. I love the ocean.
I'm the same.
So
I need space.
Yeah.
When I lived here for 2 years, I loved it, but I started to really yearn for just like a cup of coffee in my backyard
Okay.
with
Yeah.
just like hearing the birds and all the things. And my place was so tiny, so I constantly felt like in the morning get dressed and go to your coffee shop,
Yeah.
which in the beginning was a vibe, and I'm like, I
Totally.
love it. But then I started to yearn for like staying in my PJs for a while and being in my own backyard.
Yeah, I mean, I love the busyness of New York.
Yeah.
I love being in the heart of it right now. I live in Hell's Kitchen, so I'm like in the theater district, surrounded by artists, surrounded by tourists as well.
Yeah.
And I love that buzziness of the community, but part of my heart is also like, ooh, I kind of miss the valley. I miss my friends a lot.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so I don't know. I love New York and LA equally for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they're both special. Every time I come to New York, I get excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And I always like make my schedule chaotic because I want to do everything. I'm like, you know, I miss like the little things here, the energy. Like
Yeah.
every time I fly in, I'm like, go straight to bed. But then like you come into the city and I'm like,
What's your favorite thing to do in New York?
going to the museums.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. And I think that's the one thing in the West we don't have.
Right.
So the history, I love history.
Yeah.
So like, you know, even like when we were walking the other way, you know, you could see like the Dakota where John Lennon lived.
Right.
And like all those little things like get me.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually gonna go to the Flint,
Okay.
I think on Sunday, because I'm obsessed with Gilded Age.
Okay.
I
okay.
love that show. And it's a museum from the
Yeah.
Gilded Age. So I'm like,
Awesome.
yeah, so that's like what I love to do. Oh my gosh,
Very
how
cool.
cute that squirrel.
Oh, yeah, lots of little friends here.
Oh my gosh, every time I come here, I want to take like the ducks home. I'm like, I
The
really,
ducks?
yeah, I have 6 chickens.
Okay.
And I just feel like pet ducks would be amazing. But then I'd have to
Wow.
build a pond and do the whole thing. And
But like that's an adventure.
right.
Yeah.
And my chickens, let me tell you. So the girls have made an appearance on my channel.
Okay.
Their personalities are so amazing.
Oh, no.
Like I didn't think I would like love chickens as much as I love them. But every time I go out there and I'm like, girls, how they like come to me. Well, one hates me, but
What made you want to get chickens?
I wanted the experience of just getting the fresh eggs
Okay.
and having my kids go out. Now I didn't think like they'd get mean over it because I rescued them
Okay.
from like this awful place.
Mm-hmm.
But so like I'm trying to get them. There's a couple that love me and then there's a couple that don't.
Uh-huh.
But just the experience of like, well, one, seeing them out there. And then I just think like getting my eggs and taking care of them. There's something about it that's really healing and like, I don't know, it does something to the brain.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I'm very spiritual like you. And so, I mean, I think too, like when you're really spiritual is I feel like that first step of being so connected to nature and animal and like kind of losing the ego that we're not above them, we're equal to them.
Yeah.
And so I just love having animals around me.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Like my,
great.
I know. Well, and I have 2 dogs and I honestly like treat them like they're my kids. Like
that's
everyone was,
awesome.
yeah, everyone was like, the minute you have kids, you won't care about your animals. I was like,
Yeah.
says who? Not me. Oh,
Oh,
there you
hello.
go, little guy. It's like out of my way.
They're not scared of people.
At all.
They're just so, they're like, hey, you want to feed me? You want to hang out?
It's amazing.
Well-
What's funny is, so my husband and I, we were just dating.
Yeah.
New York was not his place. But he and I fell asleep because we were on the road a lot wrestling. So we're like, let's do a picnic in Washington Square Park.
Okay.
And we're like taking, so we're having a little picnic and he felt something like kind of like getting at him.
Oh.
And it was a squirrel. Yeah.
What?
This squirrel for some reason just kept picking on him.
Oh.
Would not until he like kind of got up and he's like, but I think it wanted his food, but it was like touching him. Like it didn't care. It was like move.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Bold
he and I,
squirrel.
bold.
Wow.
And then he and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And we didn't even mean to. We were like chit-chatting and like reading. Fell asleep. I woke up like an hour later. I had rolled off the blanket.
Oh.
So people just probably saw these 2 people in deep sleeps.
Yeah.
And I got up
In
and
the
I'm like,
park.
oh my God, where am I? Because, you know, I really went in a deep sleep.
Yeah.
And he was like way far away. I rolled off the blanket. I'm like, Brian, people
Yeah.
must have been walking by. Like, how wild is this situation? Like, these people are tired.
Oh.
But we always like laugh about it.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, the squirrel's
Wow,
here.
bully squirrel.
Bully squirrel. They are not afraid of people here,
Yeah.
which I admire.
Yeah, they've got, I mean, they're New York squirrels. Can't be scared.
Yeah, at all.
Wow, it's incredible how beautiful the park is, even on a gloomy day.
I agree. Whoa.
Whoa, hello.
Yeah. Now that
I
was.
think a squirrel just.
I was just gonna say. I'm like, we see you.
Yeah.
He's like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Well, you know, up here, I feel like we need to sit on a bench,
Yeah.
on an iconic Central Park bench, and I would love to talk to you about sustainable fashion. And you have a line, a fashion
Yes,
line?
yeah, I do.
So we gotta talk about it.
Let's sit and yap.
Yeah, right up here. Yeah, so I'm so excited because obviously the one thing that's great about New York is fashion.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest, like, I like walking the streets. I mean, even me, like, I feel like I pack differently when I come to New York because I feel like everyone just, not only do they express themselves, but the fashion game is just, it's a whole different ball game.
Totally.
But obviously, us being in, you know, the environmental space and just knowing that, you know, the fashion industry is like the second killer to our planet.
Yeah.
But what I love nowadays is the awareness we're bringing of sustainable fashion, and you have your own fashion line that hits all of that.
Yes.
So tell me about it.
So my journey with sustainability started with fashion.
Oh, wow.
I was sitting in my apartment in Los Angeles and I was looking around, and in my living room at that time I had 2 racks of clothes in the
Wow.
living room, and I had 2 closets full of just clothes. And I was sitting there, I was looking at my stuff, I was like, why do I have so much stuff? I'm one person. And a lot of it was interview clothes, right? Because as an entertainer, as you know, like, we have to have tons of clothes because there's a stigma of like, oh, don't wear it twice. Or
Right.
like, oh, Gabrielle just wore that shirt, now she's gonna wear it again. What is that? But I was looking around at my clothes and I was like, there has to be a better way. There has to be a way that I can reduce how much I'm using without sacrificing image.
Right.
So that's where my brand, the House of G&G, came from, because I started taking my clothes and I started repurposing them. There's a good friend of mine, Maggie Berry, who was the costume designer on all that. She was like, I can help you out with this for a little while. So what we started doing was I took a few of like my jean jackets, something super simple, and I took a few baby blankets that we weren't going to use and had no use for, and I merged them together to make a unique jacket, something that was one of a kind. And that was kind of the birthplace for the brand. What we do is we take old blankets, old textiles that people don't want anymore, and we marry them with denim, jackets, all kinds of different apparel, and create one. So yeah, I have paused production and paused sales for now because I'm here in New York and Stranger Things has been all consuming in my life. But it's been an eye-opening experience. I spoke at the Impact Summit with the EMA.
That's amazing.
And that was the most insane experience because I knew a little bit about what fast fashion was doing and sustainable fashion. I kind of like had an introductory course on it, but I didn't realize how in-depth it truly was. And I also didn't realize how much our planet was hurting from so many other things.
Right.
So I think that just being a part of the EMA family, Environmental Media Association, there's so much going on with our planet. And I remember the experience of going to the Impact Summit and speaking on their sustainable fashion board. I felt like such a scrub. I was like, well, I have this small business and that's that. But it was a true testament to starting where I was.
Right.
And that's really what activism is. It's just starting where you are and learning more about it and being open. You don't have to have all the right answers. You don't have to know all the statistics and, the XYZ of it all. But making educated decisions and caring and acting on that care is what truly matters. So I hope that through the House of G&G, it's an inspiration to others to take a look at what's in their closet. I learned that thrifting is one of my favorite ways to combat the fast fashion crisis. Repairing your clothes is another great way of keeping yourself conscious and keeping yourself environmentally aware through your fashion without sacrificing the great look.
Right.
Just to point out my outfit today, what I like to do when I thrift is look for pieces that can be mix and matched, right?
Oh my goodness.
So this is a striped shirt that I've had for a very long time, but
which is amazing.
I can wear it open with like a crop top, wear it under a suit, wear it with a skirt, wear it with these pants. These trousers, they are technically dress pants, but I can make them casual, make them dressy.
Gosh, I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Love that.
That's like my number one thing when someone comes to me and they ask me, like, Gabby, how do I get started with taking a look at my closet? I just say, when you're shopping, be mindful of, one, do I need it or do I want it? And if you kind of need and want it, let's make it something that can be repurposed and reused and recycled throughout your entire wardrobe, and let it be versatile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh, those are like such incredible tips. And I feel like, because like you as an entertainer, I started to fall in the feeling of like, can I wear it twice? Or I'll wear it, you know, a bunch of times in my normal life. But when it came to like, you know, red carpets and all the events, I really did feel like I couldn't.
It's really hard. Yeah.
It is hard. And then I started to be like, you know what, I got over it. And then started borrowing my sister's clothes. And people would be like, wait, Nikki already wore that. And I'm like, well, now Brie is. And who wore it better? I feel like I did. No. But that's such great tips. And then I started to look at like secondhand stuff. Yeah. Because vintage is just, no one makes it like they used to back then. And now I'll give like extreme high-end brands do a great job. But I'm not looking to spend, you know, a lot of money on that. But, you know, I think more people should really try to test that, like going thrift store shopping, secondhand shopping, and like seeing all the gems they can get. Because it's actually really fun. If you give yourself enough time.
It's incredibly fun.
It's so fun.
But I'm so glad you mentioned your sister, because clothing swaps are another great way to revamp your wardrobe and revamp your friend's wardrobe. Yeah. When I moved to New York City for Broadway, I didn't know how big my New York City apartment was going to be. Yeah. And so I, at that time, still had the 2 racks of clothes in my living room and the 2 closets full of clothes. And on top of it, like suitcases of clothes that were in storage. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't bring all of these clothes, but what are you going to do about it? So I did a clothing swap with my best friend and her little sister. And I took like half my wardrobe and gave it to that family, because I knew that my clothes would be taken care of and they would wear it and it would be in good hands. But that's a great way to continue to have the cycle of clothing without throwing away. We never want to throw away clothes. Right. Something that I'd like to shout out is Trashie. Trashie, they have these bags where you can order them and you can put the clothes that you don't want anymore in these bags and ship them to this company, Trashie, and they'll dispose of it for you. They'll recycle it.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
With like my kids' like socks that have holes in it, or their underwear, but I do all that because I can't at all put a piece in the garbage.
Well, I mean, like, because the afterlife of that piece of clothing is detrimental to everything. Detrimental to this park, detrimental to just the planet as a whole. Like just one simple sock can like be the Jenga piece that makes the whole thing fall. Right. But yeah, I think changing that dialogue with entertainers specifically of, oh, don't wear it again. Tiffany Haddish was a great example of that when she wore that dress like 8 million times. Yes, it was funny and she was making it a bit, but it's a great example of like, wear it again.
Wear it again.
Wear it again.
Right. And like, we shouldn't look at it that it's like abnormal. Yeah. Like it should be normal that we wear clothes multiple times. Right. Especially if it's good clothes. Like, they're meant to be worn. Yeah. And that's like another thing that sometimes will kill me is sometimes we look at that $5 shirt and we think to ourselves like, ooh, I'm getting a smashing deal. Yeah. But realistically, it's like not a good deal for the planet. Yeah. So.
Totally. I mean, when thrifting as well, I found myself kind of looking at the tags and looking at the brands, and I'm like, oh wait, that's a fast fashion brand. I don't want to purchase that. But if it's at a secondhand store, I totally encourage people to purchase, because now that fast fashion item is in the hands of someone who has a good heart. Right. And you know what to do with it. If it gets a hole, repair it. But if it's beyond repair, send it to Trashie or send it to a company that you trust and you know where it's going to go.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's a hard one, fast fashion, because, you know, we love the trends and we love, especially of my generation with social media, it's like, oh, well, I want the trending shirt because so-and-so has it. Or like, I want those shoes because XYZ is wearing it. But I think changing that dialogue slowly but surely, like, we're not taking the fun out of fashion. We're just bringing some awareness and bringing some consciousness of mind to when you're making decisions, they can still be fun, but just let them be good to the earth as well.
Gosh, she nailed it. I hope you all have your journals and you're taking notes because she is 100% correct. I tell you, this has been so much fun.
Aww.
I am like so honored and so grateful that you came on my show, and just like the knowledge, but also how vulnerable you are, and you're just so real and authentic.
Oh, thank
and
you.
So, and the fact that you're 20, it just blows me away. And so, thank you.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
I know, and we're gonna have to do more work. Obviously, we're both with EMA, so I know our paths are gonna connect.
Totally.
Again down the road. Are you gonna go to the awards?
I can't. I gotta be at Stranger
Oh
Things.
gosh, yeah.
I know.
Oh.
I'm so sad, but I'm giving everybody over there my love.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, after Stranger Things, when you find yourself back in the West,
Yeah.
I'm sure our paths will cross. And I need to come see you on your Broadway.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes, but you, I now have to get to the Broadway, and I think I'm gonna do a little shopping at some fun little secondhand shops. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having
me. It
me
means the
on.
world. All right, you guys, if you like this episode, make sure to subscribe and like and share everything. And don't be afraid. Like we were talking about earlier, we're not expecting everyone to know everything. You're not supposed to be perfect. It's just those little steps and educating yourself. So, see this beautiful park? Let's keep it around for generations to come. I think you need a picture of a good old New York rat. Well, hi, little guy. There's nothing better